Good morning, folks. Friends, acquaintances, whoever you want to be, new people, old people, young people. Hey, it's Gord, your hurting hippie. It is Saturday. And today, funny bird, today I'm talking about my channel because I had a few people with some suggestions for my channel. And it's always difficult. I always say you drive this channel. You really do. Hang on. Pardon me. You drive this channel, or at least some of its content. I always ask for you guys to give me comments below of things you want me to cover, things you want me to talk about, and I usually try to do it. But major shifts in the channel as it stands probably won't happen. And I say it because I've had a couple say, "Hey Gord, why don't you just do more weed? Why don't you open up a vlog to talk about your family stuff?" And because those people, they're here for the weed part of it. And I want to say, although I am a cannabis user to the extreme, I go through a lot of cannabis because I have a lot of pain. And I'm sharing, excuse me, I'm sharing that aspect of my life with y'all. And sometimes it fits right into the Weed Channel thing, doing a review of Maui Wowie or a Cannagar. Maybe this morning I'm actually doing a review of a sativa drink that I got from MMJ Total Health Care. As long as I can switch my moods around, I'm doing that this morning, so stay tuned. But there's an angle to my channel that I hope that some of you that are really into the weed channels understand. I'm not a weed channel, I'm a health channel. I'm the guy that wants to get past this stigma of weed being cool or freaky or off or illegal or wrong or so right. I am one of the ones that believe that it has to become as second nature as somebody having a drink with their lunch or their supper, a drink of wine. I go to Denny's now. Denny's. And even when I go there for breakfast, oh, would you like some Baileys in your coffee? I wanted to get to, would you like a joint after that meal, sir? Would you like an edible coffee? Would you like your coffee spiked with some cannabis oil, sir? I want it to get to that point. But if my channel were all about extremes, all about look at this and look how stoned I got and all that, I am perpetuating the stigma rather than helping it become a part of things. Some people come to my channel and go, "Wow, I thought this was a health channel, and here you are talking about weed." And that's the opposite corner of it. Some people want me to talk all about the different illnesses that I have and that I've studied and that I've helped people with, rather than talking about the medicine. So I'm trying to find that happy central point where we learn a lot about cannabis. I think we do on this channel. And if we aren't learning enough, let me know and we'll learn more. But we learn a lot about different diseases too, and we spend more time just helping each other through some rotten days sometimes. Sometimes I can tell by your comments you're having a bad day or you're trying to help me through mine. I have kept most of my own personal details out of this. Years ago, I used to use this as a way to bash my wife while I was still married to her. I didn't like it. I was on pharmaceuticals then. It was very personal. And it was rather intense. And it's not something I ever want to return back to. But I don't want it to be all about getting high because I so seldom do that. I got high last night. And you know what? I think I kind of need it today. And so we will segue. I've said all that, but I still have a little bit more to say. Because this morning was a tough one, friends. This morning was a really difficult one. I got woken up at 2:30 in the morning to my son sending me a, "How are you, Daddy?" Now, 2 in the morning, that's 11 in the morning for him. And I says, "Oh, hey, son, it's 2 a.m. here, but I'm good and I miss you." And he wrote back, I'm going to cry. He wrote back, "I miss you too." And then he sent a picture like this. And I said, "Do you need to talk, son? I'll wake up." And he says, "No, I'm fine, Dad. I just wanted to say hi. Please go back to sleep." And I was so beat. I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah," and I went back to sleep. And then I woke up at 6, and I couldn't get back to sleep, thinking, oh, he needed me. It was tough. And I've had a tough morning, although he's doing just great, because I sent him a message saying, "Hey, I'm up now. Do you need to talk?" No answer. So I send his mom a message, and she sends me a picture from the beach. And he's swimming, and he's having a blast, and he's with 3 or 4 other kids, and he's a good swimmer. And so they're having a blast. And so I told her about the 2 a.m., and she says, "Yeah, when we're not getting along, he misses you. Early in the morning or late at night, he misses you. But he's staying real busy and he's happy." And so I got over it. Or shall I say, I'm facing it. And by facing it, I'm also bringing it up to all of you guys, my circle, and letting you know that I feel it today. I feel a real loss of being away from him. I have a lot of separation anxiety with this boy. I've always just prided myself on parenting. I have a lot of talents. I do. I'm not brilliant at any of my talents. I'm pretty good at some of them. Music, computers, knowledge about cannabis, but most of all, parenting, being a dad and a grandfather. I pride myself on it. I spend as much time as I can learning how to do it better and better and better and better in very unique and difficult circumstances. And I don't think I've ever been a bad parent. Don't think I have. I've had people out there accuse me of it because of my channel, because of the way I live, but I don't even say shame on them. They just don't understand a life of living naturally. You know, sometimes, like this morning, to beat my depression this morning, I cracked some peppercorns and smelled them. And then I had a very small CBD dab, my coffee, and you all. So very little medication, more in the brain, and making a plan for today so that I can stay busy and maybe bring you along with me. And, if I stay busy, I don't stay sad. And I know that my sadness, although justified because my boy is away, is a part of my depressive cycles. And if I let it grab too much, I'll have a day of just sitting here crying all day. And I can't have that. It does nobody any good. I'm here for other people too. So let my boy have his swim. Let him have his Pokemon Go time and his speaking Russian to all his friends time. And when he comes back, we will have our time together and maybe go on a trip ourselves. So, peace, cheers, love, and harmony. I wish you well. I thought I'd cry during this one, and I did not, so I'm getting over this hump. a little more coffee, and maybe I start that sativa drink and see what it does for me. I plan on doing a good review of it to let you know what, because the only drinks they have, iced tea, cherry, berry cherry, and pink lemonade, and regular lemonade, I think is all of it. Berry punch, pink lemonade, regular lemonade. I think they only have 3. But they're supposed to be really good, and drinks are supposed to be a really unique way of getting it into you. But it's sativa, and sativa very often gives me some anxiety. So we're going to go on the trip either today or tomorrow, you and me, and some drinks. Peace and cheers, friends. Love and harmony. Look for people without a smile today. They're probably feeling like me. Give them one of yours. Yours will pop right back in there. It's beautiful. Peace.